We are back with Making a Difference, and joining me in the studio are two women that are involved with the Gorge Teen Theater. We have Lisa Hargrave. She's with Seroptimus International. She's the president of the Hood River chapter, and also Lorraine Madian Buchanan, and we saw her in the earlier story. She's the director of the Gorge Teen Theater. And let's start with Lisa, because people are probably wondering, what's the involvement of Seroptimus with the Gorge Teen Theater, Lisa?
Well, Seroptimus was one of the first financial sponsors of the Gorge Teen Theater, and it started about 1.5 years ago when Lorraine approached us to sponsor in another teen theater troupe to do a presentation at the high school. A number of our members went, and we were so impressed with the work of the theater and how the kids responded to it that when Lorraine came up with the idea of establishing a theater here in the Gorge, we were very excited to get involved.
How do you hope this helps affect kids in our area?
Well, we do a lot of work with trying to empower women and girls, and one of the really sad things about Hood River County is that we have so many pregnancies in our high school that we actually have a daycare center in our school. And we think that education about healthy sexuality and teen pregnancy prevention will really give many more girls a chance of getting their lives in order and achieving adulthood before they go on to parenting.
Because Seroptimus is all about empowering women, isn't it?
That's our motto, best for women.
Mm-hmm. And the local chapter, are you looking for new members, or how do people get involved if they want to be a part of Seroptimus?
Well, we are looking for new members. In fact, we've been on quite a membership drive lately. And the way to get involved is, it's an invitation group, but we're very welcoming. And the best way to get hold of us is to actually send us a note at our P.O. Box, which is P.O. Box 51 in Hood River, 97031. We meet every Wednesday at noon at Down Manor, and we have a luncheon there. And it's an amazing group of women. It's a group of professional women, and everybody's working at making the Columbia Gorge a better place to live. Well,
I think it's wonderful that you're involved with the Gorge Teen Theater, and I know you show up at some of the performances. We saw you at the high school.
We do. We're very excited about the work that they're doing.
Okay, so Seroptimus is just a part of what goes on with Gorge Teen Theater, because Lorraine, I know, as I mentioned earlier in the story, you are funded by, and I'm going to let you say it and tell me a little bit more about it.
I'm funded by the Centers for Disease Control, and the funds are distributed by the Attorney General's Sexual Assault Task Force. 13 counties in Oregon are funded under this rape prevention education grant.
And you're trying to get at some of the root causes. Isn't that what the grant is all about?
Yes, primary prevention is addressing the root causes of, in our community, what are the issues that create sexual violence.
And how do the teens respond to that? What do they think are some of these issues?
Well, we've talked to great extent about it, and we've decided it's about respect and boundaries. Also, a lot of the teens are not aware that the age of consent for sex is 18 in Oregon. Mm-hmm. And we also have the whole piece of the Hispanic population where it's a different age for consent in Mexico.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. I think it's 14.
Mm-hmm. And so you have a campaign going on now. I noticed some of the kids were wearing shirts, Got Consent, and that's through the Teen Theater?
Yes, and it really signifies, is it okay for me to cross your boundary to get into your space? It's not just about sexual consent, but also just with respecting each other's space.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just think this is just really gutsy theater. Do you find it hard to work with these subjects with these kids?
It's not hard to work with the kids. It was hard to get into the schools.
Okay.
Because of the controversial information and messages.
Yet Lisa helped you get this started.
Yes, and now the schools are really inviting us in, so it's exciting. The more we're out there, the more we're talking about it, the more comfortable people are getting, which is a big piece of the primary cause of violence, is that people don't want to look at it.
And what do you hope the future is for the Teen Theater?
You know, I'm excited. I think next year is going to be amazing because the kids are ready to take charge and be leaders, and I have no idea where we're going.
If someone wants to get involved with the Teen Theater, would they contact you, Lorraine?
Yes, at Helping Hands Against Violence, and my email.
Okay, and
please.
Do you want to tell us your email?
Yes, hrprevention@gorge.net.
All right, thank you so much. And we're going to be back in just a minute with a look at a presentation by 4 of the students came up and did a show for us, and you'll get to see that and get an in-depth look at, in-depth and up-close look at what they're doing in Gorge Teen Theater.
Making a Difference will be right back.